guys, today I'm doing the I Messed Up book tag. This tag was created by Read Like Wildfire and I was tagged by Indy over at Tabs Life and Books, and I will leave both of the links down below in the description so you can check them out. And yeah, this is a really fun tag about messing up things, and I'm just gonna get into the questions. So the first question is a character appearance that you misread and imagined differently. And actually this doesn't happen to me too often because I have kind of stopped really seeing people clearly in my mind. I often see like a shadow or a shape, so I know if the person is small or tall, or you know, like if they have short or long hair, but I just don't really imagine their like features and stuff. So for the most part, I'm never really disappointed with, you know, film castings or with fan art and stuff like that, because I'm really open to what the person can look like. I do have sometimes a really clear picture in mind of what I don't want the person to look like, and it doesn't have to be like wrong hair color or stuff like that. But for example, when Kat was casted as Clary for the Shadowhunters, I knew right away this was not at all how Clary looked in my head. Obviously she kind of looks like the books explained her, but for me she just doesn't look the way that I would want Clary to look like, and that is mostly all I can say about what I imagine people to look like. But I rarely like imagine someone in a very wrong way because I don't have a clear picture. So I can just in comparison say if this person fits or doesn't fit. For example, when Sam was cast as Jamie Fraser in Outlander, I knew right away this was perfect. He was almost 100% what I had imagined Jamie would look like. Same when, oh my god, the best thing so far has been when Jamie Campbell-Bower was cast as Jace in the City of Bones movie. He was like 100% what I had imagined Jace to look like and to be like. Number 2, a character name you've been pronouncing wrong. When I read Twilight, I was reading it in German and I had no idea how to pronounce Carlisle. Since it was, you know, written in German, I thought that it would be like Kalisel, which I know, but I was young and I had no idea. We had discussions in school as to how to say this name. And then when the movies came out and, you know, Carlisle was said, it actually made so much sense to us, but yeah, we all kind of thought it was like Carlisle. Great name, great name. Number 3, an overused trope that is your guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure is definitely love triangles. I love to hate love triangles so much. I don't know, love triangles give me something in a book, it's so weird. But honestly, I have to say for the most part, I find tropes kind of fun. And even though they are overused, I just seem to enjoy them for the most part. I don't know what it is. Like often I don't even mind insta-love. Number 4, a cliche character type that you like better on screen. And I thought this question was so hard to say because I couldn't think of any kind of cliche type of character that I think works better on screen. I don't know, there's such a variety of cliched characters. I did think that in general it's really interesting how often when I read a YA series with a female protagonist, I often do not enjoy reading about them, and most of the time it is from their perspective. It happened with Katniss, it happened with Triss, it happened with the girl from The Darkest Minds. I didn't like Clary. I didn't really like Tessa. But all of these, when they were portrayed in a movie, were mostly people that I really liked in the movies. Yeah, I don't know. It always seems like I just can't really read when it's from their perspective. Like I don't seem to like them when I can hear their thoughts. I don't know why. Number 5, a word or phrase you learned because of its use in a book. And this is a bit hard for me to say as I am not a native English speaker. So there have been many words that I never knew before, and I couldn't really come up with like a special word that I didn't knew before. There's just nothing that I could come up with. There have been so many words that only came clear to me because of reading, and reading is the one point as to why I feel so fluent in English, and yeah, so there is so much. Number 6, have you ever not read or completed required reading? And there is a whole list of things of that as well. I have not read one book that I had to do in like what is A levels for for us, and it actually came in my oral exam. Like I had to talk about this book and I hadn't read it. Like I had like maybe 5 pages of it read, and yeah, that was kind of a fail, but that whole art exam was a fail overall, so whatever. I also didn't read a book in English, and it was called Dear Nobody. It was a horrible book about teen pregnancy. I did end up finishing it, but I skipped like 3 really big chunks of it. Like I think it was like in months. So we had like the month before she got pregnant and then the month up to the pregnancy, and I skipped like July, August, September. That book was so horrible. But there were so many other books in German class especially that I didn't finish or that I just skipped parts of. I also think I never fully read Brand New World by Aldous Huxley because I just didn't feel like it. Number 7. Have you ever or wanted to skip a chapter from the point of view of a character you weren't interested in? And I couldn't really think of anything for the most part because I have not read that many books where there are like several points of views. For the most part, I think I've only read books where it's dual perspective, where I feel like it's okay for the most part because you also get back to the other point of view fairly quick. I do have to say that when I read City of Heavenly Fire, I did think that sometimes the part from Emma and Jules were slightly like pissing me off because all I wanted is to know what happens to my beloved Mortal Instruments characters, and I was really not interested in Emma and Jules, which, you know, when I wrote this down for my notes for doing this tag, I found really funny because I actually didn't end up enjoying them in Lady Midnight as well. So I guess it was kind of foreshadowing and didn't even only have to do with the fact that I just wanted to read about the TMI characters, but also that Emma and Jules are just probably not characters I enjoy reading about a lot. I don't know, I thought that was really interesting looking back at it. And the final question is, have you ever cancelled social plans to read? I'm pretty sure I have quite often, but the most recent case where I cancelled something because of reading is when A Gathering of Shadows came out by V.E. Schwab, and it's just still so vivid in my mind because I actually had a dance class on that evening. And if you're new to my channel or you haven't really watched any of my more personal videos, I am on a musical theater school, so I'm kind of like in uni for musical theater. It's kind of hard to explain. So my dance class is something that is mandatory. Like I have to go to these dance classes. This is my kind of lesson. Yeah! On the day that A Gathering of Shadows came out, I didn't go to my ballet and jazz class because I couldn't stop thinking about A Gathering of Shadows. I had started that night and then I went to my speech technique class and my 2 tap dancing classes, and I couldn't concentrate in these classes. And then I thought, I'm just going home now because this makes no sense. These are going to be horrible lessons and you will regret going. So I just went home and read, and in the end I was actually really happy that I did it. Like I did not regret it. So this was the I messed up tag. It was a really funny tag to think about, and yeah, I don't want to tag anyone because I feel like this is a tag that you really have to kind of see if you have answers for this, and I don't want to tag anyone that then feels like they have to come up with answers. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you soon. Bye!